What's up, my fucking orangutans? It's your boy James. This is Ethan, and welcome to a NotRelated podcast.
What's up, y'all?
So, we just went to eat Korean barbecue yesterday, and
Correct.
God, oh fucking mighty, that
Man,
shit was
after
so
a
good.
while, you don't have Korean barbecue.
Dude, I know it just tastes like it's just like it tastes fucking great.
I know.
And like fuck, dude, you know that brisket? You know like the amount of brisket? Like, so we went to
Bro, I thought that was a fucking I thought you were holding an egg, dude.
no, this is my
That
fellow
was an
fed.
egg.
So we went to Thirsty Cow in Roland Heights, if you guys know where that is. It's an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place, and like it's so freaking good.
And the thing about Korean barbecue is you have these alright, a lot of them are Ace, which is all you can eat. And look, they're good for all you can eat, meat places, that's great and all.
hmm
They're not always the best, but I think, personally, Thirsty Cow, this place that we went to was for an all you can eat, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty. I looked at the meat, and the marbling was pretty nice. Like some of the fat was like seeped into like the meat. It was like weaved in pretty well, and I was like, wow,
And,
okay,
even, with, the non-marinated ones, they're the flavor really comes out, I don't know.
yeah.
It's
Um,
really juicy.
I feel like the one thing I didn't like though was the pork steak. It was
Oh, I was into I think the pork belly was a lot better.
Yeah, way better. I fucking love the pork belly, dude. I
But,
got
there
pissed.
yeah, I thought the pork steak could have been better for sure.
Yeah,
But there's all you can eat places, and there are places that serve by the portion, which is typically higher in quality, even just by a little bit, which is really nice. Um,
and price too.
cause yeah, cause the quality is just better,
Mhm,
and all you can eat, they just find stuff they can get cheap because that's how they serve as much as they can, you know.
mhm.
So yeah, there are those places. And I went to a Korean barbecue once in Korea in Seoul,
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Okay.
and I think I got the pork belly and duck. It's really interesting. That one was by the portion because I think in Korea a lot of places are by the portion and less ace.
Mhm.
So that was really nice.
Sorry. The one thing that really pissed me off about Thirsty Cow was that they didn't give me my fucking house sauce. Okay.
Oh
That I
yeah.
was like, so on the menu it says house sauce and then like under it says bean paste and slash hot or bean paste and hot. So then I didn't understand what that meant. So I thought it meant like it's bean paste that's hot. And so I was like, "Can I have the house sauce?" And she's like, "Huh? Hot sauce?" And I'm like, "No, no, no. House sauce." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And it gets the fucking sesame oil, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you're fucking dumb." And then afterwards, like I realized, like, oh, it's two different things. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool."
Well,
And
she still didn't get something totally
I
different though.
know,
So
right? Legit, like I'm like, and she still didn't give me the bean paste either. So I was like, "Fuck."
okay, so I think to clarify, it's the sauce is called samjang, which
Oh,
isn't bean paste.
it isn't
No, no, no. Bean paste is called doenjang.
penjang,
Twin,
twenjang.
jang. Yeah, that's bean paste. Oh, samjang is basically a mix of gochujang with I think some garlic and maybe some onion
Uh huh.
and probably sesame oil too.
Mhm.
So it's kind of reddish,
Huh.
but
Interesting.
sometimes it can be brown. So maybe they mix in a little bit of the sesame, the sauce, whatever.
Oh, hmm,
Yeah,
interesting. Oh, fuck! I didn't tell you about this. Remember how so for the viewers, you guys already know I hopped onto the Bumble train. Cause fuck Tinder, right? Cause fuck that person who ghosted my ass. I'm just kidding. She's cool. Um.
Christy.
Ah, shit. You really
I
did like
got him,
that.
dude.
Um. sh- So I hopped onto the Bumble train and I actually started talking to somebody. She's super dope. Like insanely dope. Um, I don't know, like, okay, so she goes to USC. Um, I think technically
Too
she's
smart for
yours.
you. That's it. Dropped it. Dropped. Too smart for
Uh,
you.
that's
Yeah,
what I
you
thought.
can't
Yeah,
match it.
yeah, yeah.
That's it,
She's
dude.
she's really smart. Like, I thought it was just like, it's okay. Like, you're pretty smart, but
Watch you be a garbage man while she's like a doctor, dude.
like she's like smart, smart. She's like smart. It's crazy. Like, so I started talking to her, and she started using a lot of high vocabulary. So I was like, all right, Google search, let's go. And like the conversation just kept going, and then I found out that she has a lot of like similarities with me. Like, so the first thing I found out was like we were talking about boba for some reason, and she's like, "What do you get? 7 leaves?" And I was like, "Mung bean," and then she's like, "What the fuck?" I get mung bean. I'm like,
Oh damn, dude! Of
"Yes,
course, naturally heaven,
sir.
dude.
Yes,
Bro,
sir."
you should be like, hey, you're kind of smart. I'm kind of stupid. We kind of opposites
Um,
attract. Yeah, man.
yeah.
Dude.
Uh, and then from there, we actually, I guess I'm not gonna consider it a date, but it's like we had a hangout, or we're gonna have a
Sure,
hangout
sure.
tomorrow at St. Leaves. So it was pretty dope. Um, but she went back up north for the weekend though, so she might come back like on Sunday, like I don't know, in the
Well,
early morning.
USC isn't like that far.
USC, yeah, it's not that far.
USC, yeah, it's not
Uh,
that far.
yeah, and then what else? What are similarities? Oh, so she found
Damn,
out.
bro, don't think too hard, dude.
No, because we were playing 10 questions yesterday, and it was pretty fun. So she asked some fucking juicy questions, my dude. Like juicy questions.
Well, she's like, you like feet or what, dude?
Nah, she really asked. She's like, "Why are you on Bumble?" That's not one of the juicy questions, but like she asked me why I'm on Bumble, and I'm like,
Bro, people want to hear the juicy ones, dude. Come on.
"No, no, no, I can't release those. That's not safe for work." I'm just,
Ew.
I'm just kidding. It's not anything
Come
bad.
on, bro. You don't even know this person.
That's true. No, it's not anything bad. She we So she asked why I was on Bumble, and I was like, "Oh, it's just to look for a relationship and such." And then I asked her, I was like, "So why'd you swipe right?" Because I was like, "I look like a
Yeah,
potato. Like, look at me." I literally like if you went to Ralph's and you look at the russet potatoes, I'm probably within the batch. No joke. Okay, and she's like, uh, she looked at my music and she looked at me and she first she said I was cute, which I was like, dude, you need to get
oh.
your I think you need to clean your glasses, my dude. Your glasses are foggy as fuck because if you think I'm cute, shit, then what the fuck? And then who the hell is like Chris Hemsworth, dude? Like
Ah, nah, bro. Too ugly, bro. Too ugly, man.
that's just, oh my god, bro. And she looked at my music and I found out she had the same music taste as me. Like she liked trap, which is really hard to find people who like trap music because everybody likes EDM.
True.
And I'm like, "Oh my god, what the fuck? She likes trap? Hell yeah." And because I prefer trap music over EDM like all the way. And like apparently her music interest like falls basically under my music interest and like like basically what I have on my playlist for casually chillin' rap and EDM is what she listens to. But
Sure, yeah.
yeah, yeah, but she like that's what she used to listen to. Like and what but it's like deep down she fucking likes that music. But then like to hang out with the crowd and like to like fit in fit in, she started like listening to indie music, and I was like, "Ew, what the fuck?"
Bro, you're probably Indian? I don't know, man.
Honestly,
Dark.
Dur.
That's probably you.
I'm not gonna lie with you. I didn't know what indie music was, so I had to search it up. I still don't know what it is. Can you
Cause you're
explain?
uneducated, bro.
Yeah, can you explain?
It's a really rough, like I don't. It's not like the music isn't rough,
Hmm.
but like I'm gonna search it up too, cause like It's kind of rough. So indie music is basically like if you're not like affiliated with a company, kind. Well,
Uh-huh.
hmm. Well, actually, I don't think so. I think they are with a company, but I don't know. It's really rough. I can't really explain it. It's
It's okay.
well, it says independent music is what it stands for, indie.
Oh.
But
Oh,
no,
you know.
it's like the style is like they work kind of like independently, even under
Oh,
a label.
okay, I see.
Like that's what I'm trying to get at.
And then throughout our conversation, like ethnicity comes up, and she's like, oh, what's your ethnicity? I'm like, oh, Vietnamese, Cambodian, and I asked her, and she's like, Cantonese, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, right. And at this point, like, I like this girl a lot. Like she's fucking great. Like she's help. Like I keep saying that she's really smart because she is. Like this, like she taught.
Nah, your standards are low because you're too stupid.
No, she teaches at Berkeley.
Nice.
Yeah, like she teaches as she teaches like a 3 hour lecture, and I was like, whoa, what the hell? And I was like, that's crazy. And then she also wants to train to become like part of the paramedics, or to become a paramedic.
Oh, dude, this shit again, dude.
That like
The paramedics hit the forces, dude.
sorry.
Bro,
I keep thinking the paramedics is like a
bro,
team.
you make it. Yeah, it's not Power Rangers, dude. They're not gonna assemble and create like a freaking Megazord, dude.
Sorry.
Time to heal people, dude.
Paramedic 5. Yeah,
Dumb. All right. Before we stray too much, let's get into our topic today, which is languages.
yeah. That I was
We
actually gonna lead into that.
okay, cause I all right. We went a bit too long. I feel like it
Oh,
felt long.
that's okay. Yeah. I actually, so you know this, and Andrew knows this, and a couple people of my close friends know this, that I'm actually trying to learn Cantonese.
Is it because of that girl, dude?
Yeah, actually it is.
You're dumb.
It's not like
Yo,
pure. It's
well,
not pure. Huh?
once someone drops the other, then you're like, I don't want to learn this anymore.
Oh shit. No, well, like, okay, so it's like 50-50, really. Like, so once she starts like speaking Cantonese, like, and then I sort of wanted to be like, oh shit, I want to say some stuff, you know. And then I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? Maybe I should prep myself. And like, I've always wanted to learn Cantonese, like for some reason, because like whenever I go to dim sum, I'm like, uh, uh, like I started mixing like Canto and Mando, so I'm like, well, yao, siu mai, and then it's
Come on, dude.
like the dim sum lady's like, huh, yao me yeah, and then I'm like, siu mai, and then
Oh, see you, my okay, okay.
yeah, and then like I just wanted to learn, like, and like I don't know, because as a kid I used to have this babysitter who was Cantonese, and she was great. Like she was, but she only spoke Cantonese, and it was like I was like, damn, this language barrier, dude. Like what the fuck? Like how am I gonna talk to you? And
Yeah.
then I was like, dude, I need to learn like Cantonese, because literally all I told her was hoi moon, papa,
Oh
hoi
man, dude,
moon.
poverty, dude.
I know,
Poverty pronunciation.
I know, really.
Yeah, dude, poverty, dude, sucks at. Sounds legit like a foreigner, dude.
Oh, really? Wait, what
Yeah.
how are you supposed to say it then?
Like it's pretty close. Just I don't know. Just the way you say it sounds weird. Hoimun, but I don't know why you say.
Moon.
Yeah, that's better. Hoimun.
Nah, like, yeah, cause every single time as a kid, like, that's the only word I knew, and I knew, like, "Leiho," and, like, I knew, like, "Sikfan," and, like,
Yeah,
uh,
it's like some super basic. Yeah, it's
what else do I
fine.
know? Uh, not 回家, no, what
Well,
was that?
Chung fun, dude.
No, 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 fuck, what's that one word? It's like to go to school?
Fun hawk.
Yeah, "Fahawk." Yeah, and then, so, like, at this time, like, my Cantonese is fucking broken. Like, okay, I'm a Vietnamese-born man. Okay, I swear to God. Like, um, so every single time she asked me, like, where are you going? And I'm like, Pha Hawk. And then I fucking run. I start running so I don't have to talk to her anymore.
It's a good one, dude.
And
Stupid.
Yeah, and all my friends are literally Cantonese
Chào
in
cánh
Mandarin.
mẹ fan họ. That's how I imagine you. Bye
Literally,
bye.
that's literally how I am. And then and then I knew like Gong Fu, and then that's it.
Yeah,
That's all I knew. And then
that's pretty good though, honestly.
really,
Like for someone who doesn't know it, like yeah, dude.
really,
Yeah, but like you're like I guess like you know words that like some people might not know. Like some
uh
people like Neho, Joikin, that's it. You know,
oh,
for
Toikin, Toikin.
like the non-Canto speakers, probably
Oh,
right.
I see. Yeah.
Like gong fa is not like a super typical word in a conversation. You know, it's like
Oh, really?
or like when you go out there, you know, you're gonna go out to a restaurant. Like, what do you want? Gong fa. Like, no, dude. Like what? Right? You
Yeah.
know, like.
食乜嘢啊？功課。Oh my god, that's funny, dude. I want to try this so bad. So, oh my god. Oh, you guys. Okay, the other day. So as I'm learning Cantonese, the other day, fucking
Oh,
Ethan and Andrew were clowns, and
god damn, dude.
they got me so hard. So for you Cantonese speakers out there,
Or
you
like
guys,
typically like Chinese speakers,
yeah,
just
Chinese
Chinese
speakers, you guys
speakers.
will understand this. Um, so I'm trying to learn Cantonese, and I'm saying this all out loud. So I'm like, "Ngọ sering sik fan, ngọ sering chun and such like that. And like my friend Andrew, as a troll he is, he starts putting in my Discord chat. He's like, say this. And I'm like, or not, he didn't really say this, but he wrote it down because I'm trying to practice. I'm trying to say as much words as possible, and he put "nga sern ta fake," and so I was reading. I was like. "Nga sern ta fake," and then Ethan and I just
Yeah.
started fucking dying, and like I didn't know what it meant, so I was like,
And then for like
Eh.
for Canto speakers, what I said after to like add on to like Andrew's like stupid statement, I'm like, man, ta fake to paksik yeah dude. Which basically like the when you do it, like the white stuff comes out. And then Andrew starts laughing more, and I'm like, "Come on, dude." I'm like, "Too not safe for work, too not safe for work."
Oh my god, dude, that was fucking funny. And I searched it up on Urban Dictionary, and I was like, you guys are tricksters. That's just funny.
Yeah, oh, we're not gonna say it, like, you just search it up if you can,
Uh-huh. Uh,
but yeah, so that's, like, one thing, it's pretty funny.
yeah, and I feel like my Cantonese is I hope it's getting a little bit better. Do you think it's getting better?
You're shit at it, I'm sorry, no, I don't know, I think
Damn.
like, honestly, like, yeah, I kept saying, like, for a non-Canto speaker trying to learn Canto, it's hard, but, like, you're doing good because you have, like, these other influences.
hmm Oh,
Like,
that's a
even
good one.
in Repetto too, I get like, in elementary school,
hmm
um, I remember, like, you said something and then, like, Joey Nip,
Uh-huh.
she was like, "Oh, yeah, well, that's actually pretty good."
Oh, you know what? I do remember
Do you
that.
remember saying that?
Yeah, I remember saying something. I don't remember. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
remember.
yeah, for sure, and she was like, "It's pretty good, right?"
Yeah, I was like, "Oh wow, what the hell?" I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm a fluent Cantonese speaker. I'm putting this on my
It
resume."
it's cause like, it's hard and there are, like, 9 tones to Cantonese comparing to, like, Mandarin, which has, like, 4 or 5
Uh huh.
tones. Well, I think technically, like, 5 tones, but,
Wait.
like
Uh huh.
but yeah, yeah,
hmm
like, Mandarin has 5 tones, but, like, Cantonese has, like, 9 or something, like, I don't know, it's,
Yeah,
like,
it's
a lot.
yeah, it's a lot.
And, like, I think for you, you're able to grasp the tones by, like, listening, like, you don't know because I don't even know what the tones exactly are,
Oh, dude.
but, like, you base them off other words,
Right.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
or,
that's
like
a good point. Like
yeah, but,
bingo.
like, you have a good concept of, like, what they sort of sound like.
hmm
Yeah, like, I think the words are hard to say for you, but, like, the
Yeah, they
tones you
are.
can get, I think,
Yeah,
which is
it's really hard. I feel like the hardest word I was trying to learn was sir, like want,
oh,
sir,
"sun,"
sir.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I was
It's like
literally
a
at
N
huh?
I think it's like an NG sound at the end, kind of.
Sir, sir, sir.
"Sun," yeah, it's hard.
Sir? Yeah, legit, I was outside my CS class, and then I was on Discord with Andrew because I was like, "Yo, dude, Andrew joined Discord. I need to learn more Cantonese," and he's like, "All right, sure." And I was literally listening to it on my Apple earbuds with the wire because I'm broke as fuck, and I was like, "No, sir, no, sir." So like that's literally like
Bro, shit reminds me, it's time.
legit. Yeah, so like the whole time, like I was it was going on for like a good like 5 to 10 minutes. Like I was just like,
Yeah.
"No,
Yeah, oh, that was pretty
sir."
good.
Huh?
Pretty good. That was pretty good.
Which one? I said it 4 times.
The first one and the second one were pretty good, I think.
Sir.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I was really trying to practice that the whole entire time. And then probably people around me were like, "What the fuck is this guy saying? Dude, this guy's weird as
I think it's
hell."
all words like that, like the
Uh-huh.
song and, like, the chungla, like the one that you were saying,
Uh-huh.
and, like, just there's probably, like, those.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
think there aren't, like,
mhm.
that many that are that hard, probably just those.
You know what?
It's
That makes
it's
sense.
kinda like a sound that, like, you don't really, like, make that often,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm. But so what the viewers don't know is
Yeah.
that you actually speak. I was about to say Hong Kong. Sorry. I
I speak the Hong Kong, eh?
sorry. But you speak Korean.
Yeah, I do.
So honestly, I don't really understand like how you learned it. Like I know you told me, but I don't
Yeah,
like.
you probably forgot this
No,
shit.
no, no. Like you said that like you were talking to like your friends and such, and like and that's how like you learned.
Okay, so to give, like, the viewers, like a basis, like, I speak, I think, like, 5-ish languages.
Hmm.
English being one, that's
Hmm.
obvious. Uh, Another Chinese dialect that people don't may or may not know, depending, because the main ones are probably, like, Cantonese and Mandarin, right?
Hmm.
I speak a dialect called Chuchao,
Hmm.
and then in that language, it's called Diazu. I speak that with my dad.
Hmm.
On and off, like, some English, but I try.
Hmm.
I'm not, like, that great at it. And then I speak Cantonese and Mandarin, of
Mm,
course,
that's
right?
it. Yeah.
And then and then my 5th one is, like, Korean.
Mm,
So, let's start easier. English is a given, right? Like, we
right.
born and raised in, America, you speak English.
Hmm.
Born and raised in America, it's a given that you speak English
Hmm.
because it's the vernacular here. And then, I grew up speaking Chuchao first,
Hmm.
and then probably, like, some Canto
Hmm.
because my mom speaks Canto. Um, and then, like, I went to Chinese school, so I learned Mandarin. So that means I learned how to, like, read and write, not like, too well, because I was a bad student, I didn't really pay attention that much, but I got my basics down in reading and writing.
Bad boy.
I know, but, like, in high school is when I got, like, better. And then, like, as for Korean, it's, I played a lot of games growing up and
Mm.
shit, you know? At some point, I got a computer, and, like, Koreans and their video games, man.
Damn, Faker.
Yeah. I know, Faker, dude, like, they got, like, StarCraft and, like, League.
Hmm.
So, I think so what happened was I met some people, like, playing games, and back in the day, in the gamer days, we use, TeamSpeak.
Oh, right, right.
So some people
Or
might
Skype.
might use it.
Or Skype.
Yeah, it's kinda sketch, dude. Kinda not as great.
I know it's not that great, but I like Skype. Skype is great.
Skype is good, not for games,
That's true.
but, like, TeamSpeak, so, people use Discord now, some use TeamSpeak. So
Hmm.
TeamSpeak was what I used, they invited me to, like, a TeamSpeak, and then but, like, can't really communicate with them, but, like, they knew English because in Korea, there's an English class I think they take. So there's that very basic, and I took the initiative to learn myself because, like, it's cool. It's a cool language, and and as a very smart boy, I was like, "What age can you like continue learning a language like better?" Because as you're younger, you pick up languages and words easy.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know, maybe like 10,
Hmm.
and I wasn't good because I didn't have any practice with it because I stopped talking to them after because it's like I kind of grew out of some stuff.
Hmm.
But I keep in touch with some of them. So I I took the initiative. I learned to read. I learned to write. Um, and maybe now I'm not like too conversational because I don't get enough practice. But I know my basics. I can go out there. I can order stuff. Maybe talk a little bit about stuff.
Oh, but like you aren't like
I
fluent,
can't
fluent.
hold. I
Oh,
can't. Yeah, I'm not fluent. I can hold a decent conversation.
I mean that's that's I mean that's good
Yeah.
enough for like daily tasks. Like I don't know, it's just saying like, hey, can I order blah blah blah? Can I order this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean that's cool. I wish I like um I wish I learned. I wish I would took the initiative, or had some, or like if my mom pushed me to learn Vietnamese, because or like Cambodian. But not. It's not really called Cambodian. It's called Khmer. Um.
Yeah.
I wish like she sort of pushed me to like learn that. Or like learn Vietnamese, because I mean like my Vietnamese isn't the greatest, so I can't really hold a conversation. But like, as the Cantonese speakers say, sick gong,
Bro,
sick tang.
sick tang, sick gong, bro. Hell yeah, dude.
No, the sick gong. No, no, no,
Sick tang.
no. Sick gong. Sick gong. Sick tang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I can't speak it well. Like I can't speak it, but I can understand you. So like that's right. Gong is speak.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So
Basically, basically.
yeah. So I like whenever my mom says something, like I either have to respond in broken ass like Vietnamese,
Oh
and
yeah, dude.
Vietglish, I guess you could call it, or broken
Balu,
English.
the
Yeah.
Dale.
Oh my god, the Paloop. That shit was fucking golden. Um, yeah, so it was really hard for me to like try to talk to my mom, because like I didn't grow up. Well, I did grow up speaking Vietnamese, but I didn't like hold it for long, because
Mhm.
like I basically had no one to talk to, because all my friends are like Chinese and such. So like, eh,
Well, like, all right. The thing is, like, even for me, like, I don't talk to my friends in Cantonese or Mandarin. You know what I mean?
mhm, that's a good
Like,
point.
I still only talk to my parents in like those languages. Like, I would never like go out there and be like, "Yo, lay ho, sick
Lei ho.
Like, I would never do that. So, like, if you think about it like that, I think it's just on you,
That's a good
cause
point.
like, cause your only influence is at home,
Hmm.
so you just kinda keep it at home. That's why actually, that's also why a lotta, like, kids our age aren't as good in their, like, mother
The
language, you
mother
know?
tongue.
Yeah, the mother tongue.
Yeah.
Like, they're not, like, that good, like, as, like, they really should be
Hmm.
if they speak it, you know?
Hmm.
They're probably, like, conversational, like, barely, can order
Yeah.
stuff, can, like, go to places and probably understand, but,
Like holding a full conversation. Yeah. Miss me with
yeah.
that shit, dude.
Maybe, like, me, I can kinda do it, not too well, but, like, maybe people like Brian DeWong, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like, he can probably do it,
Yeah, you
and
probably
Jason
can.
Liang,
Yeah,
Jason
there's probably
like,
people
those
here.
pe yeah, so it just depends on you, actually.
Yeah, damn, that's a good point. But then again, well, my mom, like, she does speak Vietnamese. Like, she primarily speaks Vietnamese, but then she also puts English into it. So then, like,
That's for
s-
you, dude.
yeah, I guess it is for
It's
me.
for you.
But like, damn, dude, I wish like she put me to Vietnamese school, because like this is literally how it happened. Like, she asked me, "Hey, do you want to go to Vietnamese school?" Okay, I'm 5 years old, by the way. Obviously, I fucking say no, and she's like, "Okay," and that was the end of the story. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
and now like, and as I grow older, I'm like, "Mom, how come you didn't put me in Vietnamese school?" And as I said in the story, she's just like, "Cause you said no." And I'm like, how am I supposed to know that Vietnamese school was supposed to benefit me for my jobs? How is I supposed to know I was supposed to get a job? I wanted to become a Power
For
Ranger,
real.
like legit. Like I wanted to
I think
become.
if you just put the kid through it, like, they'll probably, like, get something, you know?
Right, exactly. Yeah, and like probably when I have kids, like I want to do that. But because of
Yeah.
that, it developed a a barrier, and like that sucks. Having a language barrier with your parents just sucks ass. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I keep telling you that, when, like, we have like a small argument or like a miscommunication with your mom, sometimes I'm like, yo, it's probably like that language barrier, dude. Like, cause you keep explaining stuff that she doesn't get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I mean,
It's
yeah, it
it's
does
so
suck.
hard, dude. And it's like when
Mm.
she tries to explain something, like it's hard for me to understand because like just the other day, like there are like fun moments and there are like funny moments and there's like pretty serious ones like yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, I'm having so many goddamn mosquito bites, dude. What the hell? But yesterday she was like talking to me about like buying like this roach chalk, I guess. It's like powder or something. I don't know. But she said it's like yeah, it's like chalk, it's like a stick. The stick one. And I was bad shit confused. I was like I,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, right? Like,
and like I was so goddamn confused. And I like I'm gonna bet like 95% of like the of Asian families probably experience a language barrier. Like
yeah,
I'm
yeah, definitely.
right,
Even me.
right. And dude, like it sucks. Like I'm just plain out put it there. It sucks because like you can't communicate with your mom, and then or like your dad or like your grandparents. Oh, your grandparents are. Oh, that's the one that hurts the most. Like if you
Oh
can,
yeah, because they don't know any English,
yeah,
right?
exactly. And it sucks. But for talking about my mom, it sucks because like she's always been there my whole entire life, and like I would like to speak to her in her native tongue, but like I I can't, and I want to learn, but then she she always tells me, "Ah, yeah, shut the fuck up." and, and then because like I always like for some reason I always ask her whenever she's eating, which is probably a bad idea. But like I try to ask her any other time, and she's just like, "Ah, yeah, my noisy wa." So me like so she mixes in like English, right? You know how like I mix it in there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
she's like basically, oh, it's like you're so noisy, like or like basically you're too like annoying, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Like
yeah, so man, shut up, dude.
yeah, it's like, "Shut up." And I'm like, "Mom, I wanna learn. I wanna learn." Right?
Mhm.
And then, and she's like, I just came back from work. Stop bothering me. Let me sleep." Or like, "Let me watch TV." And then I'm like, "Ah." And I'm like, "Okay," like, and I tried, like, going on Duolingo to learn, and I'm like, "That
Oh
shit does
god, I don't think so, dude. I don't think
it
so.
doesn't work, okay? Duolingo does not work. Unless you put, like, fucking hard effort into it, it's not gonna work. It's like
Like
reading a
the
f
program, yeah, it's not that great. Maybe
yeah.
like, you honestly, you gotta pay for like a program for it to be good, like Rosetta Stone, dude.
Yeah, or you just go out into the fucking world and you just be like, "Hi, tôi là James, and tôi thích ăn cơm and thịt bò." And like that's it. Like that's like you have to be like you have to just put yourself out there and shit. But going
They're
back,
like, "How old are you? 5?"
huh?
They're like, "5-year old?" Like,
Dude, I still can't count my numbers. Like, well, I
"What?"
can, but like I can't say it from the top of my head. So I'm like, so
Oh,
whenever
me neither, I can't do that either.
like
For Viet, I can't do
oh,
it.
well, like, for any language for me like, I for, like,
Oh,
for Mando,
I can do it in my Chinese language, it's just not Viet.
Viet, I had to be like so when they say,
Yeah, you start from the beginning, right?
"nam,"
Mo
right?
hai ba boom.
Yeah, they're like, "nam." I'm like, "What the hell is nam?" I'm like, "Mo
Oh
pai
shit,
pa
mo
bom
hai
nam."
ba boom
And
nam. I got it, 4,
yeah,
4, 4.
and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
and I try to, like, piece it together because like, my brain's pretty slow, and I do that for Mando too, and,
That's good
yeah.
though. You keep it in practice. So
Mhm,
honestly, like what you do is like you don't force it, you don't force like, oh like, let's learn if they're not gonna do it.
mhm.
You just all right, like when you do talk to your mom, you just start speaking in Viet, you know what I mean?
Uh, yeah, but I try to the best of my abilities, but literally the only things I know how to say is "đi tắm," "đi ỉa," "đi ăn cơm."
Yeah, I can do that too, dude.
Yeah, exactly, right,
That's
so
not
it's
saying a lot, man.
yeah, I know, that's why my shit's poverty, dude. But, like, I understand, like, a lot,
Yeah, that's
like
good.
and I feel like that's a lot of families where it's like, you understand the language, but you can't speak it, you know? And
What
that
I
mhm,
did with Mandarin as I was going through it in high school, because I took Mando class,
right. I did too.
I watched programs and stuff. Like, I didn't understand, like a word, like, I didn't understand anything. Maybe, like, a couple of stuff, like, "不是,不是." I'm like, "Ah, I know that one, that's
没关
easy."
系，没关系。
Yeah, "Oh, I understand, I understand." But it's like, that's nothing, right? Because like, usually, like, these Asian programs, for some reason, they have, like, these captions up.
Like, is it English or in
No, like, in Chinese, and then
okay,
it's just like that makes it better because it's like, "Oh, I can take the initiative to, like, read too because I need it for class," you know?
right.
I need to know how to read. So so I use that, and then, I search it up in, like, whatever dictionary I use,
Uh-huh.
and then, like, it tells me like, that's how I learned, that's how I got better, that's how I use, like, words I wouldn't use it like, that I wouldn't learn in Mandarin class,
Mhm,
but, like, that's also how some stuff, like, stuck to me, like, hard words, like, very difficult words that I learned,
mhm.
they somehow appeared in some of these programs, like, for example, it's like I don't know, like, some word like 怀孕, which is, like, I think, like, pregnant.
What the
It's like that's like a really weird, like, uncommon word. Well, not too uncommon, but it's like, you know what I mean?
I
Like
think?
for like a foreign language, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not a word that like you're gonna learn, right?
That's true.
Like like for someone who isn't like that good. So it's
Yeah.
like it's a weird word. And I saw it in a program, and I was like, oh, I know that. I'm like, I remember that in class.
I remember that. Pregnant.
Yeah.
I remember that from 6th
But
grade.
and you know what you do? Like I heard like these language tips. It's like you practice conversation by yourself. So it's like, you do that in Cantonese, it's like, "Oh, they took on me," and it's like, like, do
Oh.
that.
Oh, actually,
Or,
I
like,
actually do
plan
that.
stuff in your head, plan stuff in your head, so it's like what I do sometimes, even in, like, can I actually do this in Cantonese a lot,
Mhm,
where it's like, okay, so I'm like, number 1, right, diet, so, I'm gonna, like, get out, like, my homework. Like that. That's
mhm.
what I do, but, like, only in Canto.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I do that not, like, it's cause like, a thing I, like, plan to do. Well, actually, I did plan it because I wanna get better.
Mhm.
So, I would do that. I would mix it around too. So, I would do it sometimes in Chiu
Oh.
or sometimes in Korean.
Mhm.
And then, like, that's how I get better.
Oh, that's cool.
Cause that's how you practice, you know what I mean? Like, that's how you
Yeah.
if you don't have anyone to practice with, you practice with yourself.
That's a fucking valid ass point.
You watch programs, you listen to music, yeah, stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's that's how you learn, I think.
Dude, this reminds me of, like, oh, what is it? I either wanna talk about my grandma or the Paloop story. I feel like alright, so the Paloop story. Okay, this is like a clear, crystal fucking clear of what language barrier, what like the language barrier between me and my mom, between my mom
I
and
think
I.
it's also because your mom did not even know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So we were, I think I was taking my mom. So before I was taking, before anything, I was talking to my mom. I was like, "Mom, dude, we should get a Prius, right?" And she's like, Prius. Prius like a yay. Like means like what is a Prius?
Yeah,
Uh
yeah.
or like Prius, what is that? And I'm like, Prius, the car that made by Toyota? Toyota Prius? And she's like, huh? And I'm like, the one that my uncle has, right? And she's like, "Oh yeah, that one, that one." Yeah, I'm like, and because we were talking about cars, like I'm like, we should probably buy this, and
Sure, yeah.
like we should probably buy this. She's like, "Nah, it's okay." Like, no, không mua, nhiều tiền quá, right? And I mean, it's like, well, we're not gonna buy it. Don't buy it. It's too much money. And I'm like, all
Mhm.
right, whatever. And then fast forward, a couple times, like I keep asking her about it, and like she's like, no, it's okay. And like throughout like these conversations, she referenced, no, she called the Prius a Paloop. Okay, and the first time I heard that shit, I was fucking dying. Okay, like, like
Yeah.
you hear Paloop and you're like,
That's
what?
that's such a stupid word.
What? And
Such a
I was,
goofy ass word.
I know, and I was like, balut, balut, and she's like, no, not balut, palup. And I was like, what the fuck, right? And and then fast forward, I think we were taking Ethan home from like I forgot what it was for, but like we were taking Ethan home, and I brought it up. I'm like, mom, how do you say Prius? And she's like, Prius, like a yay, like, and I'm like, Palup, and she's like, Palup, and then and then he goes in the car, and me and Ethan were fucking dying, and I'm like, Mom, and I was like, Mom, it's not Palup. And he's like,
Yeah, and I was like, yo, ask her to spell it. Ask her to spell it, dude.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just spell it. I'm like, Mom, how do you spell Prius? And he's like, P-L, and she started going on, and I, I fucking lost it, dude. I like absolutely lost it. I was like, oh my god, mother, and I'm like, Mom, it's Prius, Prius, and she's like, no, Palup. Like, and I'm like, it's like, cause start with P. And I'm like, bruh.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like,
There you go,
what?
dude.
And I'm like, okay, Mom, you can do whatever you want. Okay. Because I will understand. But damn, Mom, you need to understand. You gotta know that a Prius is not a Palup. Okay. Like, what the fuck? And like that's like that's like a sort of language barrier, but more of like a misunderstanding.
Yeah, it's
But
more of a misunderstanding. But that
yeah,
happens. That's pretty common, I
yeah, it's
guess.
pretty common. But fuck, the biggest one um is probably like my grandma. Like, and my grandpa, like I can't. Like it's like I love them to death, like I love them so much, but like damn, dude, it's so hard to talk to them because like they only speak Vietnamese or like Khmer, and I don't, and I can't speak uh both like fluently,
Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, god damn, like I'm not sure if you experienced that.
Like
RP,
not being able to understand.
yeah.
Um, I guess like not really, not for me though, but like a little bit, cause I get like all right. Weird story is that like my I don't talk to my grandpa that much,
Mhm,
and like some like he's at home, right?
mhm.
And like we're like I for like a decade and like a half, I didn't know that guy never spoke Canto, dude.
What?
Cause my mom speaks Cantonese, right? And then
Right,
like that, like my grandpa is my like mom's dad. So by association, you're like, oh yeah, he speaks Cantonese, right?
right.
And then I'd be asking him stuff, and he's like, he goes, yeah. But like, I'm asking yes or no questions, so I'm just like, all right, like he gets it, you know.
Oh no.
And then he starts speaking like, and I'm like, why does he always speak to me in Mando? And I'm just like, one day it clicked.
You're like,
Bitch doesn't know Cantonese. I'm like, who? What have I been? I'm like, so then I'm just like, okay, if I try Mando, will he like get talk to me?
uh-huh.
So I start speaking to him in Mandarin. He starts having like a small ass conversation.
You're
I'm
just
like, no one. I'm like, no one told me. No one told me. I had no idea.
I know, like legit, like you're like that one math meme. You're like, wait, what the fuck? Cantonese Mandarin? Your mom speaks Cantonese, but her grandpa, no, your grandpa doesn't. And wait, that means wait, what the fuck? Well, what the? And you're just like trying to piece
I
everything
know.
together.
Like everything clicked all at once. I was just like, Jesus. I'm like, this is a new world. I can talk to him. So like for like the next few years, I was like, so I speak to him in like Mandarin now, cause like
uh,
he speaks like Vietnamese.
uh,
Like so do my parents, cause like they came from Vietnam.
uh,
They're like the like Chinese like ethnicity, but like born in Vietnam. Those
uh,
people, for those who don't know. But yeah, so it was so weird. And as for like the language barrier thing, it's not from me. It's from my cousins,
oh,
Montana cousins,
mm-hmm.
and they're white. As like they're super white.
Whitewashed, yeah.
Yeah, like they're not white. Like they're like mixed. Like they're like Chinese, like Filipino, I think.
Mm,
But like my mom told me that like he is thankful that I speak Chinese, and like because she said that like he can't communicate with them, so in a sense they're like they're 陌生人 in Chinese, which is which means stranger. They're like a stranger to him,
Oh, damn, that
which is
sucks.
sad. Isn't that sad?
That's
Like
so fucking sad.
your grandpa sees you as like a kind of stranger, like
Yeah,
because he
it's
can't talk to you. He has no idea like what he doesn't speak English.
right.
Like I haven't heard him speak English like at all. So I don't,
Mhm.
you know,
So you make an assumption that he can't speak English.
which I don't think he can because like he tried. I think well, because I went to the airport with him once, and then someone started talking to him, and was like lost.
Uh-huh,
Like no idea.
uh-huh,
So then I just stepped in because like because I had to, and I was going to anyways.
uh-huh.
So I was helping him. That's sad though. It's sad.
Yeah, it's so goddamn sad. Like when your sweet grandpa or grandma does like can't even communicate with you because you can't speak that. That hurts. That
I
that
know.
got me in the
But
feels.
at
Like,
least you got like a tiny bit, right? At least you have like a tiny bit,
hmm
right? But like, come on, dude. Like, come on, Kyle. Come on, Daniel.
Come on, man.
Like, come on, bro. You don't know nothing, bro. Not even the ER. I probably know that,
They probably do.
dude, I'm just like, that sucks.
It does. Well, our session's almost like a little bit over.
I think we've been a little bit. Well, not over. I think yeah, it's close to being over.
Yeah, but to really like wrap things up though,
Yeah, yeah.
language barriers, dude. That like,
Okay. But I feel like you have nothing to say.
huh?
So I feel like you have nothing to say.
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah,
Take the fucking wheel, Jesus.
bro. Cause you're like, huh? Language barriers. Huh?
Huh? Language barriers. And
Pineapples.
I know.
Huh.
Cheeseburgers,
Chow Mei.
quesadillas.
All right, so basically, like to go on to like from another point and like to add on actually is I guess like all right, so if you speak another language, like put down in the comments like what you do speak and
Mm,
like what language you like to learn.
yeah.
All right. So and also if you are learning a language, I have some friends who are learning languages. Like one of them is learning Spanish and some others are probably learning like Korean
I'm
and
learning Cantonese.
yeah, and like James learning Cantonese. So like if you want to get better in like speaking, obviously it's just practice. Like you can't blame like, oh, I don't have no one to practice to. Yeah, it gets like it makes you better, but you always have someone to practice, which is yourself.
Hmm.
Like just like I told James, if you don't like you just point things out, um like for example, I guess like this, my milk tea, like oh, nice right?
Naita.
Right? And then like my phone, like right here, my phone, like oh, 电话,
Ah,
the
and
phone
yumcha.
game, yeah,
Yumcha.
like things like that. Like you do that. Like same thing in Korean too. Oh, like my phone, right? Oh, smartphone, right?
Mhm.
Or and then like I think milk tea in Korean is ship milk tea.
What the fuck?
Straight
Milk
up.
tea.
Because like I think if you translate directly, it sounds stupid as fuck. Because
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
milk in Korean is called uyu, and then tea is cha. Uyu cha.
Uyutsa.
To me, it sounds dumb.
That sounds pretty dumb.
Okay,
Okay.
but like that's what I'm saying. So you always have someone to practice with, and two, so
Mhm,
yourself. And in terms of reading and writing, you just gotta put yourself out there and do it yourself. You have the internet. There's always a dictionary or place of reference.
mhm,
Sometimes Google Translate, not preferably, but like you do have that. Um,
mhm,
and you have, if you're learning something, I don't know how you can connect with people, but if there are people in your community and some like people that can help you, then reach out to them like, oh, what does this mean?
mhm,
And they ask you why, just tell them, oh, because I'm trying to learn.
mhm,
Like the thing I said about the programs, like um try and listen to what they're saying. And if online you see words, like just I don't know, read, like try to read those. If you don't know them, search them up, right?
mhm,
Because watching programs, you also get more fluent by like try to copy how they say it, what they say, and how they say it,
mhm,
right? Because like that's how you get like closer to how it should sound.
mhm.
So I think, like, for any language learners, those are important tips and just to keep it in practice.
Mhm.
Um, and I guess a language barrier thing, like, if you want to overcome it, you gotta, like, make the effort and learn the language to overcome it, right? Like, that's how like, obviously, that's the only way you could do it.
Right, that's only facts.
And, like, if you don't, it's gonna be there. There's always gonna be a communication problem. There's always gonna be struggles, and it makes life hard, man.
It
Yeah.
does. It really
And
does.
I see people online like, "Oh, I can't communicate with my, grandma because she doesn't speak, like, English." I'm like, "Alright, but, like, is it really, like is she supposed to put in the effort to learn English, or are you supposed to put in the
Right.
effort to learn, like, her language, you know? Like, she's old and shit, you know? Like, she's not gonna learn English."
Yeah, that's
And,
true.
like, she might not even think about that too. And if you're the one thinking about it, maybe you should put in the effort, right? Like, you're the younger one.
Mhm.
It's easier for you to learn something than for her to, you know?
Mhm. That's a good point.
Yeah. And being bilingual or multilingual, um, really, like, can boost, like, like, how your resume can look, right? Like, that's an important, like, life tip too. No, no, not like a tip, but, like, it's a good factor, I guess. 'Cause, like, you're like, the interviewer can be like, "Oh, well, you speak multiple languages."
Hot diggity dog, let me hire you.
Yeah, like, you can, like, reach out to other people, like, different, categories of people, different, groups, I guess, like, at different places.
Mhm.
That's very important, you know?
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna end now, right?
Mhm.
Unless you have anything to say? No?
No, you actually covered everything that I wanted to say.
Alright, sorry, man.
It's
Alright,
okay.
so I guess, just, like, comment, subscribe,
Yes, sir.
hit the notification bell.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you all in our next podcast. Bye.
再见, motherfuckers.